What's good with it, y'all? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. But before we get into the video, man, I apologize in advance. I'm making my kids breakfast, so it's gonna be a little noisy in the background. So my apologies in advance. Y'all make sure I hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. Appreciate you. But what do we have on deck today, man? So what we got on deck today, right? We're gonna discuss that Warriors dynasty team, or one of the greatest teams ever assembled. We talking about that Steph, Clay, Dre, and KD team, man. But we want to talk about how exactly was that team assembled, right? When you look back at the masters of it and in the time of history, when everybody looked at it and said, you know what I mean, there was a weak move on KD part. He never shouldn't have went there. He should have just stayed with the Oklahoma City Thunder. They had just had them down, had the Warriors down 3-1. They lost that lead, and et cetera, right? A lot of people forget that when the Warriors they just did the same thing too. They lost a 3-1 lead to the Cavs, and people sleep and forget about that situation big time. So everybody killed KD for about a week or two, and then when the Warriors did it, you know they was on the Warriors' head, but then what did the Warriors do? Draymond, as soon as the playoffs was over, and he admittedly so with the audio. I wish I could play it for y'all, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. But on the audio himself, Draymond admittedly said as soon as they was done, he got in that car and he called KD right away. And then what do they call it? The Hampton Five, Hampton Four, when Steph, Clay, Draymond, I forgot who the other. I think it was Andre Iguodala was the other player. From not, it wasn't Andre Iguodala. I gotta look back and fact check that who that fourth player was. But either way, man, they went out there. They went out there to talk to KD, essentially recruit him, telling him like, bro, like we need you. We need you in every facet and every way of it to knock out that monster that was over in the East, that being LeBron James. And obviously, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think if Kyrie wouldn't have got hurt and K Love wouldn't have got hurt, man, they could have probably beat that Warriors team twice. But unfortunately, it just so happened that injuries are a part of the game, and it happened. And they were able to get one, but they couldn't get more than one. But what I'm saying, all that to say this is that nobody ever looks at it and says, like, for that Warriors team, was it weak of Steph? Was it weak of the Warriors? Was it weak of that Warriors team deciding to, you know what I'm saying, go out there and literally recruit Kevin Durant? Now, I listened to a little bit of Gilbert Arenas' podcast, and then when they were discussing this, kind of having this debate, and they made a hell of a point. You know what I mean? They came on it. Okay, get it out, baby. They made some great points from all different angles of it. You know, one being that you know, Kevin Durant being a free agent, every team out there in the league was all putting a package together to go and try and recruit or okay, here I come, trying to recruit or lure KD to their team. So they did everything they could. They tried to court him as best as they could, right? Hey, don't spill that, mama. To try and court him as best as they could to get him to become part of their organization. Why? Because KD is one of them type of talents. He is a person that's a hot commodity when he become a free agent. People are they're gonna move mountains to try and get him on their team, right? And so the Warriors were no exception to that. You know what I mean? They just had lost, so they didn't win when they won a championship before, but they just had lost to the Cavs. So for them, they looking, okay, how do we advance? How do we get better? KD's a free agent, you know, there's an opportunity we could potentially get him. Let's see if we can make it happen. Now, a lot of people don't remember that the fact, man, it's been almost every offseason the Warriors have went hunting for a big name. Just as recent as late, man, they went after LeBron James. Obviously, that fell through. They went after Paul George. That fell through. They went after Lloyd Market, and that fell through. So the Warriors are definitely out there shooting for some big names, but they not just kind of like accepting going back to being a rebuild team or a team that's not competing for a championship. No, 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 no. That is not what the Warriors are doing. The Warriors are looking to try and get better in the most fastest, biggest splash type of way. No pun intended. But in this situation, man, it's one of the things where you look at it, right? Is is KD weak or is the Warriors or is Steph weak? And a lot of people gonna say, nah, Steph not weak because a lot of people look at Steph being a very humble superstar who is very selfless, a very selfless type of superstar, meaning he doesn't care. Like he willingly took a back seat when KD got there to try and like allow KD to get comfortable and then they try and just figure out the game between them two. And KD had to come to Steph and tell him like, nah, bro, you need to be you And I can be me because, I'm a 7 foot efficient scorer the way I am. I can play any facet of basketball. I just like ball movement. And if you watch the way KD play the game, bro, he enjoys ball movement. He enjoys good, smart basketball. Plain and simple. He's not a fan of stagnant, just kind of one-on-one basketball. Even though at times he's had to play that kind of brand of basketball or be that person that's doing it. But at the end of the day, he admittedly said himself that he likes. Okay, baby, just leave it right there. I'll get it in 1 second. He admittedly said himself that you know what I mean. He prefers this kind of particular brand of basketball. He admitted that himself. So for KD, right? He like, all right, I'm going to the Warriors. Steph is there, Clay is there, Draymond is the what do you call it? Playmaker of the team, heart and soul on the defensive end and things of that nature. So for Steph, nobody got on Steph helmet, nobody got on the Warriors organization helmet at all for losing the 3-1 lead to the Cavs and then going and recruiting literally one of the top three players in the league, being Kevin Durant. Nobody got on them. Everybody just kept calling KD weak. Everybody wanted to beat KD over the head for making a decision that was best for his career and how he wanted the style of basketball he wanted to play. Nobody said nothing about the Warriors, no. Nobody said nothing about Steph. Like, come on, man. It takes a humility for you to get on a plane, go to the Hamptons, and recruit another player of that caliber. So, if anything, I would say it's blame. It's enough blame to be spread around for everybody. It ain't just saying KD made a weak move. He made a move that was best for him. He took a shortcut straight to the point of the best brand of basketball that he thinks that he could be a part of to play. That's what he did. Would you blame him? I'm pretty sure that 9 times out of 10, other players in the league, they're gonna do the same thing. Players in this day and age will do the same thing. Back in the day, you didn't really see that too often, too much, but things have changed clearly and obviously. Um, so for me, and I just wanted to know, man, like for people that's listening to this joint right now, y'all tell me who do y'all blame most for this? So who do you think is to blame? Why is it that Steph didn't get that same type of demonstrative kind of feedback from the masses as KD did? KD was called weakest superstar ever, this, that, and the third. And because what? Because he lost to a team that was up 3-1 against, and then he decided to go join that team. But the team that just lost to another player that was up 3-1 on a different team decided to go and recruit that player. Like we got to keep the same energy all across the board, man. Like ain't no way one should outweigh the other. Ain't no way it should be looked at as a certain way. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Like I said, it was just one of the things that just came to mind, super curious about, and decided, let me drop a video on that and get some feedback from the masses and see how y'all feel about it, man. In the court of public appeal, I guess I should say. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. That's all I got for y'all. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of y'all. And if you wish to support the channel, you see that information right there at the bottom of the screen. It's in the description as well. Feel free to leave a super thanks. If you don't know what that is, bag out, hit the like button, look 4 icons over to the right. See where it says thanks. Click that, follow the instructions. You can support the channel that way, man. But again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through. I'll be back at y'all in another one. And we out of here, man. Y'all stay healthy and stay safe out there.